If you've been watching TV recently, you've probably seen those really cool adverts where all of that camera gear gets squashed down into a tiny little space. Those adverts are for the LG Renoir, the camera phone, and this is the thinnest 8 megapixel camera phone on the market. So, first things first, as you can see, it looks a little bit more like a compact camera than other camera phones. You've got to manually open the lens cover here, which is a little bit annoying, but it's good that there is a lens cover because it means that your lens will be protected from dirt and the rubbish that normally gets in people's bags. If you're like me, the state of your camera phone's lens is probably the last thing on your mind, but this will just help to keep it protected and clean. You've also got a xenon flash here, which is really good. It's much better than the dual LED flashes you normally find on camera phones. This will help to take any pictures that you take at night. It'll make them a little bit brighter. It does add a slight blue tinge to your pictures, but you've got to take the rough with the smooth. Your pictures will be a lot brighter. So you start up your camera by opening the lens cover, like so, unlocking the phone, and then just going into the camera function by pressing the shutter button on top. The first thing you can see is that the LED screen is really bright and very crisp. It's really nice to see. You've also got autofocus, which is absolutely fantastic. If you just take the time to focus by half depressing the shutter button, you'll get much sharper, much clearer pictures. There's also a really nice thing that LG do called touch shot, where if you want to focus on something that's not in the centre of the screen, you can touch the screen, the camera will automatically sense where you're touching, and when you lift your finger, it takes the picture. Really quite nice. Good if you don't want to faff around with buttons or anything like that. As you can see, obviously it's a touchscreen phone, so you access all the camera's higher functions by using the touchscreen, all these controls on the side here. You've also got the digital zoom down the bottom, which you can operate using the buttons on top, but also via this slider button here. Very nice. Obviously, because it's a digital zoom, the quality is slightly depreciated when you zoom in really, really close, but it's better than some, not too bad at all. Obviously, over on the side here, you've got all things like turning your flash on and off. You've also got these shot modes, scene mode, shot modes. Smile shot being obviously when your camera waits for your subject to smile before it actually takes the picture. You've also got beauty shot, where the camera smooths out your subject's skin and makes you a little bit more beautiful. Very nice. My favourite one is art shot, or one of the nicer ones, is where you can choose warm, original or cold modes. I'll just choose cold here. If I just take a picture, you can see that it adds a sort of a blue tinge and a shadowy vignette to the image, just makes it look quite cool, quite funky. You've obviously also got video capture on the phone. You've got time-lapse for slow things you want to speed up and slow motion for fast things you want to slow down. Initially I thought that was a little bit gimmicky, but I did have a play around with it and it's really rather good fun. Very nice indeed. You've also got plain old video in case you don't want anything with any frills. One of the things I like the most, and which shows LG's kind of dedication to photography on a camera phone, is that you can use the supplied little remote trigger thing here as a remote trigger. Like I said, you just point the camera where you want to take the picture and use the little button here to take your picture, which is really nice. It's a function you'd probably normally only find on DSLRs and probably not even on compact cameras, and just helps if you've got to take pictures up high or down low or anything like that, really. Very, very cool. So, if you're canny and you know where to shop, then you can probably get this phone for absolutely free on a decent contract, and the LG Renoir is available right now.